It is true. We are downtown Seattle. Shrek never looked so good, parked out on the street right there. Shrek's been in some of the craziest places, parked in some wild areas. We're gonna go on a little excursion today.
Yeah, and a little walkabout down here in the city.
Yeah,
Todd's favorite.
Yeah, it's my favorite. You know, inner city stuff. It's my favorite. So, I guess we'll roll the intro and see what she has planned. It should be interesting.
A man and a woman left their home to switch things up and go on the road. They didn't know where they would go, but it's gotta be better than staying home. They switched it up. They switched it
You just have to get you a stamp on your hand.
Right now?
Or you can do it when we come back.
I don't know. What you have to remember is Sheila said she is more of a city mouse and she enjoys the city. She likes the hustle, the bustle, the crowds, the people,
All the
traffic, the honking, the buses,
and the
public transportation,
yes.
the graffiti. Even in Portland, she loved the weed smell and the urine.
I wouldn't say I loved it. But
Whereas
I
would say Todd's a little more of a suburbanite. Like he wants to be outside of the city, loves some of the the creature comforts of things, but doesn't necessarily need to be in the hustle and the bustle.
look at all the rat traps along this road.
No, why am I looking at rat traps?
I just
See, that's another thing. It's like that's not good. It's a nice place to come visit. This is like another big city that we've heard lots of things about. Seattle.
Well, over here, we've kind of done the trifecta. We've done San Francisco in California,
right.
Portland in Oregon, and Seattle in Washington. That's kind of like the three big cities up here.
It's a trifecta, all right.
Yeah.
If you're playing Yahtzee, that might be almost a Yahtzee. I think you got 5 dice in Yahtzee. If you throw 2 more of these in there, we could get there.
I could do that if you'd like.
No,
find them out.
I'm all good. I'm all good.
But we did come here before we went to Alaska and did the 2 big touristy things
we
to
did.
show Mom.
Yep.
The Space Needle and the Pike's Market.
And before we leave this area, she's like, I want to go down and I want to go see a couple things. So
yeah,
that's what we're down here doing. We're going to go see a few things, hopefully.
Well, before we go see a few things.
Is this the right street? Look, I'm already lost.
What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, I think we passed that building, but we passed it on the other side. Yeah, we need to go one more. Mom would have liked that, all green and yellow.
She would have liked that. Okay, so Sheila has hatched this plan, and the plan is to go underneath Seattle. The Seattle Underground Tour.
There was a big fire.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's a sign over here. It says fire zone. Look at this. See, we're right here.
The fire was in, what does that say?
1889.
I can't tell if that was an 8 or 6. 30 square blocks.
We're gonna go do this tour so you can learn some history about Seattle properly.
Yes, because the fire destroyed the area and they rebuilt the city on top of it.
And right after that, for years, it became a smoke-free zone. So
stop. Don't stop.
well, the smoke-free zone started in Seattle. So all of you smokers that were mad, this is where it started.
No.
Was because of the fire in Seattle in 1889.
No.
No, seriously, I'm pretty sure that's the way it went.
I'm pretty sure
If you
wrong.
look it up, if you Google search it, I bet that's what you're gonna find.
No,
I really love your raccoon eyes. We were on that boat and she got so much sun. She's gonna be peeling soon.
Yes.
I could be be wrapped around your arms instead of being lonely. We could be gazing at the stars, but now it feels just like I wandered off.
Well, since they don't let me record her talking and telling the stories, I guess you're going to get the abbreviated version by me in this little tour. Just so be aware.
Can you just repeat the same story?
No,
and give your new story?
I will. I'll give you the right, authentic story. I'll do that.
Swinson Maynard. He was a medical doctor from Cleveland, Ohio. There you go, Doc. He traveled out west on the Oregon Trail as well. And Doc was treating cholera.
I just know it could have been you.
So we were just given a whole ton of history
About before the fire.
before the fire and how they put in a septic system that didn't work, a sewer system made out of boxes, wood boxes that didn't work. So this was all
Tide
lower,
came in.
and flooded everything. So they had to deal with a lot of poop. So this was the essence. But the best part is that I wasn't aware that the toilets were made by Thomas Crapper. And Mr. Crapper, they ordered a bunch of toilets. So Crapper is the real terminology by Mr. Thomas Crapper. That's where your toilet came from, just so you know. Is that a fun fact?
I think I'm going to have to fact check her on that one.
Yeah. This is not Todd history. This is the truth. Look up Thomas Crapper. You'd be surprised.
And the floor at the bottom is incredibly uneven. Yay! Be careful, and I will meet you in the room at the bottom of the stairs.
I could be wrapped around your arms instead of being.
It's the original city. Kind of crazy, huh?
It's very odd to imagine.
It is hard to imagine. These columns and stuff are cool.
At that point, everything from here down became underground. So we are in this first floor of the corn building, not a basement. The door we came in just now at the street level would be right here where they had originally put a window. We walk down the stairs and you'll see that these windows in the drawing are over there in real life. We were in the corn building where they raised that street out there. We'd be looking out at the street, not at a retaining wall.
I will say, the wallpaper and all the other stuff's pretty cool to see.
Oh, and the fact that
This is, yeah, we're actually on the sidewalk looking into the building back in the day. It's like you're walking down the streets of history, only 25 feet below ground.
Tunnels underneath the current day sidewalks. This is the Occidental Avenue sidewalk above our heads, and people are walking on top of us right now. Up there at an angle is Occidental Avenue itself, and it is being held up by retaining walls like the one behind me. Below us is the original sidewalk level of this street, and then behind you all, the first floor of a building. And now I shall tell you why on earth we built it like this. Basically, after the fire, all the building owners wanted to rebuild right away, but the city wanted to complete a project first.
So the businesses were already, they were already open.
I'm just thinking, like, this is the craziest story I've ever heard of a city being built. It is the one thing after another of things you shouldn't do to build a city.
Well, it just goes back to, it just says Seattle's always had problems.
Yeah, I mean, you should hear the history of how the city is built. It is a complete crap show.
You know.
Look at that.
No concussions yet.
It's so crazy. we come right out, and here we are. Shrek. This is the best parking job we've ever had in the city.
Yes.
And you all thought I was joking about Thomas Crapper.
I did.
You thought it was Todd History. No.
No.
Thomas Crapper was the real deal.
Of inventing the toilet.
Yes. The waterless valve system in 1892. It's pretty impressive. I mean,
What's
talking
funny
about
is that the city-
leaving a legacy of your life when he didn't give a crap about anyone.
Stop with the dad jokes. What's interesting is that they bought a whole boat full of them basically from England, got them here, and then they realized that they didn't have a sewer system, like they had nothing to hook them up to. They just bought this to toilet. Public sewer
This is the
system.
most dysfunctional history you could ever receive hearing a city being built.
Yes.
It is fabulous. If you are here in Seattle, you should do the underground tour. I was perplexed the whole time. It's a lot. It was very engaging.
Yes, it's very interesting, and it's still kind of mind-boggling to think that
This is like 30 feet above.
Yeah, that building still was actually, that's not the main level.
Yeah, it's like the second and
That's
third
the
story
second,
in most
third
places.
story, yeah.
All right, on with the show. Since Shrek's right here, we just go ahead and jump right in, and
Let's go see what else we can find.
I can't wait. I'm sure you guys are perplexed as well. Maybe you should like, comment, and subscribe early on this video.
Just in case it
Just
goes
in case,
downhill.
yeah, in case it just takes a bad turn straight from here. I mean, it goes straight to crap.
That's
This will
awful.
never get old. It won't. It won't ever get old.
It's old already.
I had no clue.
It's old already.
Oh gosh. Okay, so this is a first. We're actually outside the market here when everything's closed. Just kind of gonna walk around. Sheila's sneezing, apparently. I'm sure.
Do you want it to sit with them on the pig?
How's that? I mean,
I was thinking like a little wall. This is a lot of wall.
it's a lot of gum. A while back, there was a business, and you could still probably look this business up today. Remember Gum Busters?
Yes.
There's a business called Gum Busters. They could make a mint here. Gum busting. Okay, should I go ahead and grab a piece and eat it?
That's disgusting to even think about that.
Oh, we'll get a good one. Sheila, do you want a piece? Come on.
Don't touch that. Do not touch that.
Probably not the smartest thing. Spearmint. This is art. It is art. Yeah, it's definitely art. See, she says it's art too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And she said it's
She is. It's art. It's art with flavor. I mean, and it's holding history. Masks are now being embedded into this art piece. Tell me the problem. What's the problem?
the problem is I was thinking like I could leave a piece of gum behind, like just contribute to the art. But there's so much gum, I can't find a place that I could touch it without touching somebody else's gum. That's gross. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that.
Sheila, I'm going to touch it.
Oh, but don't, okay, you can touch it, but don't touch me.
I'm touching it.
Oh.
I'm touching it.
Oh, you did not.
I sure did. Yeah.
That's so gross.
Oh, it's fabulous.
So gross.
This guy, he got creative.
Put his picture up
He
there.
put his picture up there. That's
It's like the new wanted.
no, that's Javier. So Javier, he went, he was having a bad time. He made it down the alley. He lost his teeth, was having a hard time chewing gum anymore. and he just gave up. This is when the day Javier said, "I am not chewing any more gum." And that was his last piece of gum when he lost his teeth. Did you know that, Javier? Sad story, but it's true.
I don't understand. People are leaving their phone numbers with their gum. Like, you're supposed to look at that and say, "Ooh, that's a nice way to chew gum," and you just leave a number?
Sheila, toothless people like Javier, he'd love too, and this is this was the original dating before apps came out. The gum wall for toothless people.
So many different colors.
Yes. I like how some people made like shapes, like hearts, peace signs.
Or just droopy.
Droopy. Yeah.
Just droopy.
I think the droopy candle wax look is probably my favorite. This isn't like Lady and the Tramp.
There's my droopy.
Yeah, you go ahead and leave that up there. We should put a switch it up sticker. Okay. Where are you gonna leave it?
On this wall. Right here. Oh.
Oh no. You're a fail gum sticker.
Well, I don't usually go around sticking my gum to things.
Unlike you, I've learned the art of the gum sticking.
Oh, you have?
If you go with the grout, and you do a twist.
This is definitely a Seinfeld episode. There's a whole nother twist.
That's the twist. You finished with the twist. Do a snake selfie.
Nope, I'm just getting out of these.
I saw the city passing by my window.
Come on,
In the
Sheila.
crowd, but I felt so alone.
Do a snake selfie. Sheila has this issue with snakes.
Snakes are to me what crabs are to you, I guess.
So, should we have people start bringing snakes to the huddles?
They don't bring you live crabs.
I guess that's true. Yeah, you don't like snakes at all.
No, not at all.
That's a good way to end the day. It's very pretty out here.
Bite me.
Snakes, yeah, but they don't hurt. Those are little snakes.
There's just no purpose for a snake.
Oh, there's plenty of purpose.
This beautiful San Juan Island.
Yeah, the funny part is that standing here and seeing the islands, you really don't know what you're missing until you actually get out on the water and go see things.
Yeah, they just look like some hills.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Right.
Where to now?
Next up, are you hungry?
I am hungry. Apparently, if you're in Seattle and you're going to be here for a bit, you need to come to, what is this place?
Well, this is what they say. We don't know if we recommend it to you until after we try it.
Who's they? Who said this? Who is the they?
The interwebs.
The interwebs said this?
It's a 1929 dive diner bar place.
I guess this goes into our trying the food challenge. Apparently we're food reviewers now.
No, we are tourists.
We're tourists.
Doing all the touristy things.
Okay, so we're at the 5 Point Cafe. So if you're from Seattle or you're a native here, then you pretty much know this place. We have no clue what we're walking into.
None.
I will tell you that parking's easy to find after like 6, 7 o'clock on Tuesday nights. Man, you can find parking anywhere. This is quaint. When was this open?
1929.
1929.
It's in the same, I think it's still in the same family, so it's the longest run family eatery and dive bar in Washington.
See, you only get the best here on Switch It Up.
Sit here, put those there.
You made me bring these.
You went with breakfast, did you? I went with BLT. You went with breakfast.
I went breakfast for dinner. Can't go wrong with breakfast or dinner. And it tells you the story of a good diner. Oh, my tummy's all full.
So you're happy.
I am. I'm happy.
Except for we're still in the city and
we're
the
still in the
sun's
city.
going down.
Sun's going down, it's getting dark. Not my favorite time to be in the city. I think some people could relate to that.
I'm sure.
All right, we're gonna try to get one more stop in.
One more. Something
Okay.
you wanted to see.
Where is this thing? Come on.
He's right here.
Where?
It's gotta be right here somewhere. It's under here. It's gotta be under the bridge. There he is. I spy with my little eye.
Oh, the troll. He looks like a troll.
What was that? Little nursery rhyme. Do you want to get out and look at the troll?
No, it's
It doesn't smell. You're just scared of the dark.
It ain't glamorous. It's never glamorous. I don't prefer to dump at these types of locations. And in Washington, most of the wonderful rest stops have a place to dump. Why is that important? Well, we might as well end it. I mean, we were talking about Thomas Crapper. So we might as well end it here. The cool part is in Washington, most of the rest stops do have some way to empty your tanks. And we've been staying in some of the parks along the way, and they don't have full hookups in these RV parks in the 1,000 Trails. So you usually have to drive and do a dump station before you leave. Well, there's been several times when we're leaving that the dump stations are not available, so you're left finding a place to go and dump your tanks on the road. So, with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get this party started. Sheila walked up to use the restroom. She'll be back in a minute. Let me get this hooked up. If you've never done this, or if you have done it, you understand. This is a danger zone. You have no idea what crazy people do in this zone. In that hose, I never touch the water hose. Never touch it. I've seen what people do. You guys stick that down in your slinky and you rinse them out. So the whole thing is just infested with germs. Never touch the water hose. It's absolutely the most disgusting thing at this whole environment. So I'm only dumping gray water. The reason for it is that since we were 3-4 days without hookups, you have to realize that I think water is a weight of about 8 pounds per gallon. So you throw 80 gallons of gray water and you're carrying around an extra 640 pounds of weight that you don't need. So since we pulled over and I checked the motorcycle and everything, I figured we'd go ahead and dump the weight so we can get back on the road. Another fun tip, I always have wet wipes and a bottle of hand sanitizer, and I don't use gloves. The reason I don't is this annoys me. Got enough problems in the world and people just leaving their plastic gloves everywhere, and every time you go to these places, just as one of the annoyances. Listen, I changed poopy diapers. You can do it without gloves. I know it's contradictory to what everyone thinks. Carry a wet wipe around, hand sanitizer. Come on, grow up. Most of us change poopy diapers. We have children. There's been worse things.
Camera's on.
It's time for us to say goodbye.
Okay.
I was sharing with them, since we went to see Mr. Thomas Crapper, this seems to be a good conclusion. How was your walk? Sheila had to get her steps in.
Sometimes you just need to move. On travel days, just need to get some steps in.
Any parting thoughts? I mean, we got the tank cleaned out. We're good. No?
My only parting thoughts is there's a lot we didn't see in this area. There's a lot of waterfalls I wanted to still go see and some hikes. We missed Mount Rainier because we went up this side and down that side. We have to come back.
This is the problem with RV life, is that you start noticing that there's so much to see. But if we stayed in Kansas, we wouldn't have even known it existed, so we never would have known we missed anything, and we would have lived our life content with no problems.
Just our head in the sand.
Just our head in the sand.
Well,
I gotta pull forward because I think...
I just know that we'll have to come back because Washington is very beautiful. It's stunning. So
It is.
I'm looking forward to a return trip. So maybe we should look for a place to do another huddle up here.
We won't stay in Kashmir at 100 degrees. We'll research that a lot better. Oh my. So leave a comment down below if you'd like to see us come back this way. But yeah, we're concluding, I think, well, I don't know how much.
Whether they want us to come back or not, I want to come back.
Oh yeah,
There's more hikes. You were hiked
yes,
out.
I was.
But
hiked
yes,
up.
they need to do all the things so we can stay on the road.
Yeah, so
and
like,
come
comment,
back.
subscribe, do those things.
So Todd can go
Tell-
on more hikes.
Tell a YouTuber that you love them today by giving them a thumbs up. You too can support a YouTuber. All right. Thanks for tuning in. We do truly appreciate you guys following along. So we're back on the road, and we'll see you in the next video. We're out.
Morning building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think